I believe that people are really not understanding how things are going to change, and I'm talking about in general about technology and how in the next 10 years we may see a totally different future. And I'm not exaggerating because I really believe so, and I'm going to tell you, inshallah, if God wills, why I believe these things with proofs and what is going on and what are the things that are happening at this time. And I want you to prepare yourself so you can defend yourself when things are going to change drastically. Before I tell you so, I want to tell you why I believe these things, what is happening, what are all the technologies and things that are going on right now. You absolutely should pay attention, especially if you're someone who works for other people, works for other companies, and or doesn't work on tech jobs. Even on tech things, it may happen, and people, they are not really understanding how things are going to change and how AI, for example, is changing things. But I'm not only going to talk about AI because there is much other things going on. So first of all, let me tell you what is happening right now. What are the things that are happening? And it is related to software things and hardware things. So it is not only related to AI, but obviously AI, it is a huge part of it. If you have seen in these days, Advanced Voices was released by OpenAI, and it was a huge thing. It is really amazing. It works really well, especially compared to other technologies, similar ones, for example, from Google. So right now in the AI space, there is a huge battle for who's going to win the AI race. And the issue is that the battle, it is not going on only on a general AI thing, but in all fields. For example, we have AI voice, AI content, text, etc., like chat, etc. We have AI videos, and obviously it seems that the one that is leading everything and it always returns at the best spot, it is OpenAI. So we could say that OpenAI, it always on the top, or after a few months it tries and returns on the top. For example, for advanced voices, it can do a lot of things. It can speak with dialects, with different dialects, with dialects of different languages. For example, can speak Moroccan, that it is insane. While other competitors, they are not doing the same thing. For example, there is Google Voices, the Gemini Voices, I think it is called, and this one, honestly, it struggles with English, and when you ask it to speak in Italian, it struggles. So we cannot talk about Moroccan. I have tried, but it is weird and strange, and especially when you try to tell it to speak from English to Italian. And nowadays there is a huge war for who's going to win the AI race in all fields. So we're not talking about only one field, but in multiple fields. Because for example, now we have OpenAI that has his advanced voice, that it is really amazing and works pretty well. And I believe that it is one of the top. It is at the top at this moment. But Google have released their own Gemini voices, and I believe that in this field OpenAI wins. But for example, there is for the video AI world, there are many other competitors, also Chinese ones. And for example, the one that is making a lot of news these days is Runaway. But I also believe that probably OpenAI will release something that it is huge with Sora AI. The point that I want to make is that in the future things are going to change a lot, and our jobs are not going to be the same way that they are at this moment, and they may change drastically. So for example, if you think about the last 10 years or 15 years, many things changed a lot. Now, I don't know how many years you have. I have around 30 years, and I saw the evolvement from no phones to the first black and white fonts or green and black, I don't know. And then development to the ones with the touch screen. They had the first one with the touch screen, to iPhones and things like that. And if you think about the last 15 years, there was a huge evolvement and change. First, 15 years ago or more, I don't remember, but you had, for example, on your computer, I don't know, 10 giga, and there was a time when we had the floppy disk, and was insane. Now that space, it doesn't even, you can even put a high quality image, a 4K image, it is more than, I don't know, a floppy disk and things like that. So we saw a really huge improvement and change compared to many years ago. And now things are drastically going way faster, especially with AI, because AI allows us, also as developers, to do things that previously was absolutely not possible. For example, reading a text. Reading a text is something that it is really complex, and you as a developer, it is hard for you to do. And AI make this thing simple. And also, since companies like OpenAI and other companies, they create APIs that are ways for developers to work and allows us to work with their system. And also they have, for example, released the API for advanced voices, so people can create their own applications with advanced voices. This allowed, for example, some developers to create an application that allows it to order pizza directly with their voice, and there are going to be a lot of new use cases. But the point that I'm trying to make is that this is a huge shift, and means that many people that are working, especially normal jobs, for example, if you're working at the call center, all that sector probably is going to totally not exist in the future, or may not exist. And if you're someone who works in a call center, I believe that, for example, you should prepare yourself and understand that this job may, after 5-10 years, not be even something possible. And before, for example, you working any of normal jobs, before it is too late and you find yourself that you haven't developed any other skill, and you find yourself that there is this huge change and you have to find another job, it may be extremely difficult for you to find a way out because it is too late. So I believe that you should try to do something else, and you can do any other thing, but the most important thing is that you are aware about these things so you know what to do. And I believe that a lot of companies are going to lay off a lot of people, because if they have AI or people with AI, they may need less people or not rely on some type of people, for example, call centers. Why would you want to pay someone if you can have a totally automatic call center 20-30 times cheaper that can work 24/7? So that is the point, because someone who works at a call center, he needs to take time for his children, for his wife. He has to go to relax. He has to go to do many things. And when you can have a robot that does everything for you, why you should use a person? Why you should need a person? Another insane thing that happened is, for example, Meta showed that you can live translate things with the same voice of the person speaking.
We are experimenting with automatic video dubbing on Reels, starting with English and Spanish. So this is going to be a way that you can see more of the content that's out there, no matter what language you speak. And as a creator, this is going to let you reach a lot more people around the world, no matter what language you speak. So now you're going to be able to take your content, and it's going to be in your authentic voice, speaking other languages if you want, and we're also doing automatic lip syncing, so that way it actually looks like you are speaking the other language. So let's check this one out.
Mi lengua materna es el español, pero fíjate, ahora también puedo hablar inglés a través del doblaje automático de IA. My native language is Spanish, but check it out, now I can also speak English through AI automatic dubbing.
And this is a huge thing because all the people in this field are going to lose their job, because if, for example, for movies, that there are people that translate films or any type of thing like this, why someone should pay people like this that they may take a lot of time instead of using AI and instantly translate a film or anything with the same language of that person, the actor that is acting, to another language? Why they should pay those people and wait for the movie to get translated, and maybe I don't know how much they wait, weeks, months, and that means also that they may have direct access, those companies, those Hollywood companies have direct access on selling the film, because they can auto translate it. They don't have to wait for, I don't know, Italian companies to translate it in Italian. Also about video, if you have seen Runaway or also Sora, movies are going to totally change. All this stuff is absolutely going insane, and things are really going out of hand, because if you have seen in Runaway, you can, for example, now transform a video into another video, and imagine someone who doesn't have even the minimal things to create a film can do a video from his smartphone, and the AI can transform that video into a movie style video with high quality, from nothing to something that is absolutely insane. And this obviously it is going to destroy a huge part of how movies are done, how movies are created, and things like that. So that, as I said, things are going insane and are going to change a lot. So I believe that you should prepare yourself. And all of this is not only AI related, because also there is a huge war in the world of robotics. We're seeing the first robots, humanoid robots, that are dropping, and there is a huge war for who's going to build the better robots. I'm pretty sure that you saw the figure one, but there are many others that allow you to do a lot of insane things. There's also, for example, the robot from Tesla, but there are many other competitors, because there are other countries too that are building robots, for example in China. And obviously these humanoid robots are going to change everything and how we work as people. But I believe that they're not only going to change things in a positive way, but also they may change things in a negative way. For example, robots, obviously the first thing that one thinks that are going to take our jobs, and this is pretty obvious, because why should hire a human being if it can pay for a robot? For example, that Chinese company, I believe they said that the robot would cost around $15,000 or euros, and this is nothing if you compare how much you are going to pay in 1 year for a salary of a human being. A robot at that price is basically nothing. Also, a company, why they should hire someone that it has to take the lunchtime, has to take a break, he has to take coffee, he has to go to the bathroom and things like that, and he has to go home and things like that. And also the productivity of us, it is not the same as robots, because some days we may work better, other days we may work less and things like that. And also imagine if you get a robot that can work 24/7, and you basically have double, if not more, your revenue. If you have also seen from Boston Dynamics the new robots that allows you to pick boxes in a really simple and automated way and a really fast way. Now imagine this type of robots are going to take place instead of people. Nowadays there are fully automated warehouses where there are not much people there. They are doing few simple tasks, but obviously those tasks that people are doing would and may be replaced by robots. And also, for example, if you have checked out the new thing about Zipline, that it is a company that does deliveries, and they are doing deliveries with drones, and they're doing an amazing thing and an insane thing, and as they say, it is also environment friendly, and obviously this is going to change how things are delivered to us, and also it's going to change all the people that work for Amazon or companies that so many people that now work for couriers may be laid off and changed with these new methods. Also, I believe that, for example, Zipline has developed this new thing, but I don't believe that Amazon is going to watch and do nothing. I believe that if this thing takes off, they're going to do, they're going to invest a huge amount of money to develop their own technology to build this other one from Zipline. Also, because Amazon is one of the first one that try to automate a lot, so they have some warehouses that are partially automated, and yeah, things are going to change a lot. They're going to really change. So what I want to tell you is to prepare yourself to understand that things may change a lot, so you start from now doing something that is useful for you, meaning that you try to find a different way to make money, maybe online in some way. And absolutely, I'm not against AI and the new evolvement of technology. Absolutely, I'm a developer, so I love technology and things like that. Especially technology that it is used for good things. But I also believe that we should think about it, and we should think about these things. So there is a huge amount of people that nowadays are creating content online. So maybe you want and you can create content instead of, for example, working for a company. You can work for yourself or find a way to work for yourself and create content online. It doesn't matter the type of work that you do, because if you are in control and you are not working for someone else, you can decide what to do. And by creating content, I mean, I don't know, if you try to sell shoes and, for example, you try to create content online by showing, I don't know, useful things about shoes and things like that, you can create a following that help you to grow and sell more and things like that, and show what you're doing, and also try to get money from the online world. Also, because there are platforms that pay, as you know, for example, also X, YouTube, and many others. And you could also leverage this thing to sell online. And also, I also believe that you can use AI to improve this, the way you sell things, or you create content online. If you want, you can use my software that it is Super Comments. And obviously, I have not done this video to sell you my software, absolutely not. I have done it because I have also lost my job, and I have regretted a little bit that I haven't thought enough previously about a few things, and how, for example, it is important to work for yourself. And now I'm changing my approach. I want to work for myself instead of looking for another job. And yeah, now I'm in a pretty hard spot, and instead of looking for other companies or looking for a job for another company, I prefer to work for myself, because I know that even if I work for another company and they give you the lifetime contract that I had, for example, if they want, they can throw you out when they don't need you anymore. and especially with AI and all this stuff. Obviously, they may need you less and less. AI, it is going to change a lot of things and a lot of works that we do, but not only those people, but are going to change also, I don't know, people that write content, writers, developers, and change doesn't mean that they will replace us 100%, but they may change the way in which we work. For example, right now as a developer, and I see almost all developers use AI constantly to help them work. I also use it to automate some things, and it is a huge benefit, and it is something that absolutely we need, because it is like if you had someone near you to do tasks for you instead of wasting time.